Ever so slowly. That way. Once again, we're just going to make sure that everything is up and running as it should. Toot, 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 toot. Can we hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Toot, 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 toot. Can we hear me? Good. Everything is good. Right. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the... There we go, as I try and fix my microphone. Welcome back to... Wait, hang on. It's not working properly. Oh dear. Welcome back to the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. I'll sort out my microphone later. In the last episode, we continued on with Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and we got on to the last episode, the special episode, Turnabout Time Traveler. We were just in the middle of the trial and the prosecution's argument. So let's just jump straight into it. Because the last thing we were talking about is the testimony of this person who may have entered the hold of Miss White's card. And that person was Larry Butts. That's your witness. Are you saying that numbskull was on the airship?
I can hear the electric statics.
Oh. That's not good. It's very interesting. Can you hear this? Did you hear me tapping the microphone then?
Also loud.
Loud? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. This is the weird thing, because sometimes my mic's like really, really quiet and sometimes it's really, really loud. I don't know why or how. But there we go. I never breathed a word about that to me. That's not surprising, because Mr. McCody told him to keep quiet about it. But Mr. Butts himself admitted it to me. He claimed to have found a way to sneak into the Flying Chapel's hall to see Miss Wyatt. This photo he took and gave to me is proof. Then was it he who moved the lantern with the body inside the reception hall? You know as well as I that with him, I think it's possible. And this is one possibility we should definitely look into. I can't believe this. What in the world is he doing mixed up in this? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. How we've been saying since elementary school. Oh, I mean, I'll move the mic back a bit. I've moved the mic back, so hopefully... Is this louder? Because I shouldn't be this microphone. It shouldn't be this one. It should be the one I've got that I've just pushed back. So, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Exactly. That Larry, you'll pay for this. Well, if you want extra payment now, he's right up there in the gallery. Bailiff. Yeah, but is it this one or is it this one? Because if it's this one, I'll know and I'll talk quieter. If it's this one, then I don't know what to do. No! Why does this always happen to me? Sorry, Larry, but you brought this upon yourself. Let us break for a 15-minute recess. As both sides will have the next witness's testimony during this time. Do. Pardon me. Wow, it's been on since I've had this much fun and excitement. A face up against Mr. Edgeworth, a harrowing tightrope walk for the defence. Phew. I'm exhausted already. Boss! Oh, boss! I'm here for moral support. Lena, are you all done practicing with Tracy's magic show?
Setting need to see or just that microphone.
Possibly. I'll have a look at the PS settings a little bit after. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Well, to be perfectly honest, I sort of ran away. Well, that's because she was putting my life in danger, I tell you. Oh, you see. I think I'll need to have a kind of one-on-one with her. You're really athletic and fit, Athena, so Tracy probably thinks she can run you ragged. That may be true, which is why not even Tracy can keep up with me when I run at full speed. Ha! Looks like it's baked to sir, Athena. Now I'm nursing this last one, so we make great magician. Huh? Magical girl, Tracy Ryan is on the scene. No! Yeah, true. Now then, it's time to practice human combustion magic. Go on, toss yourself in this gasoline. But don't worry, it's a magic trick after all, so it's perfectly safe. Run away! Hey you, you're not getting out of that easily. Well, off you go again. They get along so well, don't they? Reminds me of the good old days. You, me, and Pearlie. Oh, and Detective Gumshoe. Gotta get in. Gumshoe! I miss Gumshoe. We had all kinds of fun at the crime scenes back then, remember? They even made to do all the serious investigating, as I recall. Cole will soon be back in session, Mr. Wright. Right, thank you. So why is the next witness, right? I can't wait to see what happens. Sadly, I can already imagine it. Essentially, yeah. First it was Apollo, now it's Athena. That's essentially all that's happened. September 22nd. District Court. Courtroom number 6. Court will now reconvene. Nick, Hedgie! You're gonna hang me out to dry, aren't you? No, not the both of us. I'm just Mr. Wright. Nick, how could you? I don't really think he did it, of course, but I've got to use whatever leads I can. Mr. Watts, there's a possibility you moved the lantern that had the dead body in it. So, if you want to clear yourself of any suspicion, all you have to do is testify. Now then, your testimony, please, witness. Nick is a jerkface. Nick, you big fasting jerk! How do you tell your best but we've known each other since elementary school? Well, get this, pal. Our friendship's over. Well, go ahead, Miss Wright. I guess he's all yours. Why me? You're the one who called him to the stand, so it's your responsibility. Thanks, old chum. Can any of you show me a little respect? Even just a shred? Will you cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright? They would, if they have any testimony to cross-examine. Come on, Larry. Couldn't you please give me something real to work with? Don't think I don't know about your tricks. You say something careless, you're gonna shove Miss Mountains at me with a lounge. Objection! And look super smug to look in your face. Yeah, well, that is kind of my job. And if I get found guilty, how are you gonna take responsibility for what you've done? Why should I take responsibility for just doing my job? You honest jerk, do you have any compassion for me?
Hold it!
I'm sorry, Mr. Butts, but it wasn't Miss Wyatt that entered the hold with that card. And you're most likely suspect. Nick, you seriously telling the essence of your childhood friend? Well, technically, yes. But it isn't personal, I assure you. There we go. Ever so slowly back this way. There we go. There we go. Oh, a true friend will believe in me no matter what. Can you see my tears? Don't they mean anything to you? Nick! Nick! You don't really think you can cry your way out of this, do you? Okay, fine. In that case...
Hold it!
Larry, listen to me. Shut up, I'm not telling you anymore. This is getting us nowhere. Come off it, Larry. If you don't quit fooling around and start testifying, Miss White will be found guilty. For real? If no new information comes out of this cross-examination, then yes, Mr. Butts, for real. Now that I would... No, not that I would have a problem with that myself. This is cold. Larry, just tell us the truth already. Did you, or didn't you, go into the hold and move a lantern up to the reception hall? I never moved any bull lantern, I tell you. Bull lantern? What? Dice isn't weird. You told me that you didn't attend the wedding reception. You mean they told me that only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall. Yeah, so what? Well, that's odd. No one in this courtroom ever mentioned the sex of the lantern that was moved. So how could you know that it was a bull lantern? You don't have to actually go to the reception to know that. Anyone can tell you there were two pegables by looking at the Lion Channel's pamphlet. All I can tell right now is that there's a strong scent of bull in the air in here. Please add the last statement to your testimony, Mr. Butts.
Objection!
I want you to take a look at this, Mr. Butts. Because unfortunately for you, the pamphlet clearly shows a big cow and a big bull in the example diagram of the reception hall. Huh? But on that day, instead of putting a peg of cow and peg of bull out for the bride and groom, there were two male peg of bulls on display. Yet somehow you knew there were two peg of bulls in the reception hall that day. There's only one way you'd know something like that, Larry. It was you who moved the peg of bull to the reception hall, wasn't it? Ah! No, Larry, you didn't. What you supposed to do in London and take everything's body to the reception hall? That's what it looks like, yeah. What? Wait, Nick! You don't think I'm the murderer, do you? Maybe the Miss Scourge you were fighting over Miss White and you ended up killing him. Not you too. Look, it didn't sneak into reception. That's as far as it went. You know me, I wouldn't hurt a fly. You snuck into the reception. Yeah, sure, but some of the sprying men caught and locked me up in one of the cabins. It's pretty awful, actually. That's when he made that drawing of the pterodactyl, I shoot you, Nick. Still, it's pterodactyl, but ixnay on the aerodactyl tay, Larry. That's right, not even you would take this fast that far, would you? Yeah, talking about Larry, what do I do? Do Do I accuse Larry of being the true culprit? No, you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Butts didn't have a reason to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. He might have had a measuring reason to kill Sergeant Sprocket, sure, but not Mr. Gloomsbury. After all, he did steal Mr. Sprocket's bride and tried to elope with her. It's because I tried to steal somebody's bride doesn't make me a murderer. I believe you, Larry. I don't think you killed anybody either. You would never do anything like that. Nick, old buddy, old pal. I knew you'd come through for me. Funny that, considering your sworn testimony just now that we were through. Mr. Butts, it's time you taught this court the whole truth. Understood? Moving the lantern. Just like Nick said, I will remove the lantern. I was putting around the reception hall before the main event and saw the lantern was broken. As announced, there's exchange with the one in the hold, Alan. So I decided to do Ellie a favour. So you switched the lanterns before the reception, did you? That means the victim really was killed before the reception. Interesting. It would appear that Mr. Butts completely fell for the defendant's scheme. Scheme? What scheme? This note from the defendant, exchanged with the one in the hold, Evelyn. Mr. Butts moved the lantern with the body out up to the reception hall because of this note. And thus he has become a suspect in Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. Oh, that second lantern did feel pretty heavy, but you never would have thought there was a dead body in it. Wasn't like that doing the lantern in the first place. You got it all wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll have that note for myself. Simply reminded because I can be very forgetful. What a sorry excuse, Miss Wyatt. The prosecution contends that this note shows one facet of the defendant's murderous plan. And you, Mr. Butts, you played right into Miss Wyatt's hands. No, Angie, I don't believe it. Wait a minute. I have Pepsi. Not sponsored, I just very thirsty.
Objection!
Do you still really believe Miss Wyatt to be the culprit, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, of course. My stance on the matter remains unchanged. If you think I'm wrong, then prove it with your cross-examination. Gladly. Exactly. Again, not sponsored. I mean, I wish, but not sponsored. There we go. Very well, Miss Wyatt, you may cross-examine the witness. Why didn't you tell us that sooner? Because I knew you guys were going to be suspicious of me, that's why. Well, I'm suspicious of you now because you tried to hide it. My thoughts exactly. Well, now I've told you. Happy? So how about letting me go? No, not yet. We need you to stick around and sort a few things out. Fine!
Hold it!
The lantern you swapped out was a female peg cow, right? Yeah, I guess. Why didn't you replace a female lantern with a male one? Because I was too busy trying not to get to court.
Content in America version is 2x here. Code and 1.5x in EU.
Damn. It's not good, really, is it? But I mean, it stands to reason that America has the highest sugar content. Not being funny, but there we go. I know how to check for little details like that. You didn't want to get caught. You could have just left well enough alone, you know? Whatever. Anyway, when I took a look at the broken lantern, I saw... There was a note on it that said exchange with the one in the hold, Ellie. That note wasn't addressed to you, was it? Well, I guess not, but how can I know what you did, sweet Ellie? Do all the hard physical labor on her own. Precisely that thought process that constantly gets you in trouble, Larry. Besides, there's my big chance to show her how much I care about her. No, good time. Wow, Larry sure is one special guy. Not anyone is privileged of being this distrusted by their best friends. So you gotta trust it from the get-go usually makes things easier, I've learned. Oh, I see. You totally trust him to be totally untrustworthy. Yeah, I guess that just about sums it up.
Hold it!
Nobody saw you the whole time while you were switching the lanterns. Nope, I didn't get caught. Oh, not that time anyway. Not that time? Yeah, I tried to sneak into reception hall the first time. I didn't have as much luck. Those sprite guys spotted me and snapped me. All of my words are failing me right now. Pretty exciting, don't you think? Larry, you need help. And then lock me up in one of the cabins. Nick, what are you asking me about stuff like this for anyway? Should you be trying to prove Ellie's innocence? Well, is a statement of his important to the case? Always important. So let's try to cross the reception and subsequently getting locked up in a cabin. I believe these might be important facts in this case, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Lutz, please add that statement to your testimony.
Objection!
Okay. Your Honor, the witness's statement contains a glaring contradiction. This piece of evidence says it all. Will you start saying something anytime soon, Miss Wright? It's not speaking up at all, is it? Maybe it's been shy. Your evidence has said nothing at all to this court. But your choice of tactics speaks volume about your defense. So you got locked up, and then what happened? I broke out. Then I started looking for Ellie and wandered into the reception hall again. That's why I saw the broken lantern and replaced it. Even though they caught you and locked you up, you still been looking for Miss White? Oh, but hold on a minute. What is it, Nick? What? Doesn't something seem weird to you? I was saying he replaced the lantern after he broke out of the cabin. That's right. Oh, wait, huh? You're right, it doesn't make much sense, does it?
Miss Wright, my God.
Ow! Massive ow! I just kicked my table. Ow! I am okay. What happened? Ah, it really hurt actually. Do 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 do. Yeah, I believe so, Your Honor. I supposed to move the lantern after he broke out of the cabin, but that contradicts with this. Could be that, could be that. could be that.
Is that...
Yes, it's the Broken Lantern, Your Honor. Mr. Botts, what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. What? Why not? You saw the lanterns before the reception began, right? Yeah, that's what he said, isn't it? You also just said that you swapped the lanterns after you got locked up in a cabin for trying to sneak into the reception. In other words, you're saying you swapped the lanterns both before the reception and after the reception took place.
That's only to the occasion, does it? Mr. Botts, you saw the lanterns before or after the reception?
Which was it, before or after? There's a world of difference between the two. Well, Mr. Botts? I guess again expect guys like you to understand. In a nutshell, it was both before and after the reception. What? I'm not sneaking into the first reception got locked up. The first reception? Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. Then, through the power of Ali's pendant, time got rewound and we went back to the time before the reception. It was after that when I replaced the lantern. So it's both before the reception and after the reception. Get it? I went back in time before the reception. So, of course, the reception would take place one more time after that, right? That's why I said it makes perfect sense. Mr. Wright, what in the world is the witness talking about? Has he developed some sort of intellectual ailment that I'm not aware of since I saw him last? Well... Not surprising to remember this time skip, but I do. And he remembers it too. The parallel love for each other made that miracle happen.
That's right, I'm sorry, but do you please translate this man's gibberish for the rest of us to understand?
So now I have to be the one to explain the whole time travel thing. Right. Come on, Nick. I know you can do it. Does he not have much choice, Nick? To heck with it. I can't lose any more dignity to my today anyway. The defendant, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has told the defense the following strange story. She said that after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Bloomsbury. She claims that, as she was being assaulted, she made a wish upon her pendant. Please, take me back to that blissful moment. In doing so... time apparently rewound itself just before the reception began. It what? I know it's hard to believe, but think about it this way. Through the power of the pendant, both Ellen Wyatt and Larry Butts experienced time travel. What? This is where it starts to get a little bit weird, I think. I think this is where it's going to be, oh boy, what absolute rubbish. Mr. Wright, I've heard enough of my fair share of your nonsense over the years, but this takes the cake. Have you thoroughly lost your mind? This is simply the conclusion I came to. Using that logic ability you love so much. What? The truth of the matter is the future president of Sprocket, has been researching time machines. So, what if a time machine has already been successfully created? What if that's one of Sprocket Aviation's top secret inventions?
A time machine?
A time machine? Yeah, man, he even saw something while we were time traveling. I saw a pterodactyl flying through the sky for the last time, Larry. Pterodactyl. I don't care, man. Maybe I should was set to travel through time to that honeymoon trip.
What? A pterodactyl?
You can't possibly have a just to back up your ridiculous time travel story. Well, as I thought. In any case, I now have the evidence to prove that you're no more intelligent than Larry. Not so fast now, Edgy. I'm not the same old Larry you used to know. Oh? You want evidence? I've got your evidence right here. This is the phone that secretly took the first reception. What? What? Larry, I can't believe you. Well, anyway, good job. If we compare the photos of the first and second receptions and find a difference, then we'll be able to prove the reception was held twice. Do you think such a difference exists? Yes, Your Honor. I just need some time to find it for you. This is preposterous. Very well, these are the corners different then. This is proof positive that the wedding reception was held twice. The colour of the flowers. Thought it might have been. Please direct your attention to Miss White's bouquet of flowers. In the photo one of her in-laws took, the defendant is holding a yellow bouquet. But in the photo Mr. Butts took, she's holding a red bouquet. You're right. That's impossible. What does this mean, though? I don't know, Your Honor. But it does mean that the defendant really did experience two ceremony receptions, and she did that when she traveled back through time. What? Nick, you did! You proved Alan's time travel story to be true! Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. I was gonna say, but you just got bamboozled. It's just as Alan said, the reception was held twice. So it's every assumption we've based this trial on upside down. Thanks, Edgeworth. I refuse to accept such a ludicrous argument. It's pure fiction under the guise of pseudoscience at best. There is simply no such thing as time travel. I know it's hard, but can you suspend your disbelief for just 1 nanosecond, Edgeworth? Even sci-fi movies push all your buttons the wrong way, don't they, Mr. Edgeworth? I can totally picture you yelling, that never happened every 5 seconds of the screen. I think you should stay away from movie dates altogether.
That's neither here nor there. This is real life we're talking about. But the move is clearly shown in 2 photographs.
That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how you explain...
Fine. I'll entertain your absurd delusion. You need to demolish it before your very eyes. What? Let's start with this then, shall we? There is one thing your time travel theory fails to explain. And that is the memories of the other guests there. Edmund and Larry remember the reception occurring twice, but no member of the Sprocket family has ever mentioned such a thing.
That's because the time machine is classified technology.
I'm not done, you bird brain.
Bird brain?
As I was saying, the entire family had been sworn to secrecy. And why haven't they sworn the woman who was marrying their family to secrecy too?
That's a good point.
Honestly, all it takes is a lot of common sense, Mr. Wright. Even still, I don't know if trip through time did not really occur. There's no proof in the photos that did it, and besides, if time travel doesn't exist, well, be a little disappointed, frankly. I was having to go back to the days of my youth. You mustn't allow yourself to be taken in by Mr. Wright's whimsical tales, Shola. I've read about it in various literature, you see. And they all say that time travel is just not logically feasible.
Maybe your argument was just a little too nonsensical, Nick. Well, in that case, why don't we put common sense to the test?
Excuse me?
The wedding reception was held twice. The photos are proof of that. But it wasn't because of time travel. It's simply because the reception had actually been held twice. Isn't that the most reasonable way to interpret the situation?
Would you care to elaborate, Mr. Wright?
time travel doesn't exist, and there's only one way to make sense of what happened. Somebody must have orchestrated this strange phenomenon. That somebody is everyone, the gods. What if all the guests at the reception conspire together to hold the reception twice and keep quiet about it? What? And for what purpose would they conspire to do such a thing? Well, why are we clapping? A brilliant deduction, Defense! Oh, hello! I can tell you are not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say I underestimated you. How so, Mr. Nicoli? You have managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You have revealed it all to the light of day. Then, that means... It was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. Yes, the reception was held twice. The topics of time travel, no. We simply held it a second time. Literally. Welcome to America. Capitalism, that's the word I'm looking for. Capitalism! Huzzah! Why? Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do such a thing? To make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. Master Soren figured that if Miss Ellen, who'd killed Gloomsbury after the first reception, experienced the reception one more time, she would think it was all a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crime. If they most of the guests attended to reception without knowing why? Indeed, they needed no reason. Master Soren told them to do it, and do it they did. That is the Sprocket way. And who hid the body in the lantern? We did. But we did not anticipate the petals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts. And that's how you intended to cover the whole situation up? There is just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the murder was not the hold, it was the Vista deck. What? Miss White's recollection events must be correct. I admit we tried to cover this incident up, but the fact that Miss Ellen killed Gloomsbury is undeniable. That is quite a turn of events. That is... interesting, I guess. And so it appears we have arrived at the truth at last. Now, please do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright. They attempt to do this trial over again. Go on. Let's not get hasty, Mr. Edgeworth. How so? What did he admit? I bet you can't do it. I bet I can't either. Your Honor, we'll have to hold a separate trial with a cover-up conspiracy later. But as far as this goes, I believe you are ready for your ruling.
Objection!
Just before the defendant lost consciousness during her attack, she says she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible this third party is too culprit. You still want us to believe the defendant's words? Perhaps you've lost more than your touch during your time abroad. Your this third-person nonsense is nothing but rubbish, and you know it. I suppose. Yeah, suppose.
Objection!
But by the same token, how do we trust those who inspired and lied to follow this call of law? For all we know, they might still be hiding something. You never know when to quit, do you? Now, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information yet for me to render a verdict. I suggest we continue the trial after both sides have investigated the matter further. Very well, Your Honor. Phew, that was close. Mr. Nicoli, as for you and your cohort's attempt to cover up this crime, we'll case the report to a separate trial following the resolution of this current one. Understood, Your Honor. Well then. This concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned. Yay! To be continued. I'm gonna save. No, we're gonna save. We're going to have a look how long have we been going on for. 40 minutes, okie dokie. Let's continue on to the next chapter for just a little bit. What? So the whole time traveling thing was just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception? Looks like it. There had to be some kind of trick to it. Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? I mean, how much that must have cost them? I have no idea. You have to ask. You're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you've got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up, if you ask me. You got that right. Should have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back. Hi, Maya. Are you all set to go? Yep. Ready when you are. So what should we start with? Start reviewing what we learned at the trial. What I thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the sprockets, but all in all, it seems what Ellen told us was actually all true. So what really matters right now is the identity of a mystery person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So who is the mystery person? That's the $1,000,000 question, I'm afraid. But if you want to know, clear Ellen has any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key. I ain't gonna take title to $200 in severance, right? Well, there are only so many people on that ship that night. And we know that the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was too, so that's good. You mean the groom's trying to spark it, right? Exactly. You may know something that could help us out. So then what am I doing here? Oh, so what am I doing here? I'm a very busy man, you know. And all the other people involved are Soren's family members. Hey! Are you gonna go to bed soon? So I thought I'd better stop interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh man, I have a really tight schedule, but oh heck, what are friends for, right? Okay, pal, go ahead and ask me anything. You do remember it's you who came for me to help in the first place, right? I think I'm gonna save off that. You know, only about a couple of minutes extra, but I think it, you know, still good. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please go to it. You probably should do that. You should probably go to sleep. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!